Hi everybody. Welcome to week 3 of school year 2013-14. This is this week's video faculty meeting, live from Becky's couch. Just a few announcements this week to go over. The first good news this week is as of right now, we don't have any special events or class disruptions that are scheduled, so it should be as close as we get to having a normal week. With that being said, I'd love to hear your opinions. I'd really like to do something to recognize our students for making the achievement of being recognized as a reward school because of our test last spring. It's a really big deal, and I really want them to understand how proud we are of them and how hard we need to work this year to make sure that we maintain that status. So one of the things I was kicking around was taking 10 minutes out of the end of third and the beginning of fourth period on Friday and just having an impromptu dance down in the plaza and parking lot area. Just set up sound system, put on an iPod loaded with a playlist, and have, about 20 minutes to just kind of jump around and dance, and just as a reward because we're proud of them. If anybody has other ideas or activities that you think of that you think would be appealing to our kids, or another time that you think might work better, I'm all ears. It's like I said, I was just, brainstorming, and off the top of my head, that's one of the things that came to mind. So shoot any ideas you have to me just as quick as you can this week. So our faculty focus for the week is same as you're going to hear ad nauseum from all of your content supervisors all year long, and it's about how are you incorporating skills from English and math, Common Core standards into your class assignments. So as you're making homework assignments, designing problem-based learning scenarios, how are you incorporating those skills that are listed in Common Core in those areas into your class, because we truly want it to be cross-curricular. I think we do a good job of this already, but there's always room for improvement. One of the things that I know we're doing is working on building a master calendar that we'll share among all the faculty, so you can note topics that you're talking about, the kinds of projects you're having them do, major deadlines, dates, tests, field trips, things like that, so that you can look across and see, so if I've got freshmen, what else are they doing this week in the common classes that freshmen would take? And we're hoping that increases the interconnectedness and the cross-curricular connections that we're making, plus also gives food for fodder when you're having your transdisciplinary PLC meetings. So just keep that in mind. It's all about the Common Core across all the content areas. In your PLC meetings this week, these are your transdisciplinary plan period meetings. They meet on the first end day of the week. Last week you should have set your date and time that you'll be meeting. This week your facilitators will be provided with a set of school-wide data from last year, and your task in your 30 minutes together is to come up with a SMART goal or goals for your team for this year. And on the horizon, just giving you heads up, 5 days, and then you have a 4-day week next week. So Labor Day weekend, first holidays coming up. So as Tim likes to close his emails to remind you, just take a deep breath. It'll be okay. And veteran staff, when we come back Labor Day week, that Wednesday and Thursday, we'll have the trainers in the building from Ohio on the Literacy Design Collaborative tools that you learned how to use last spring. So veteran staff, if you haven't already done so, you need to log in to the LDC module creator, and on the projects that you are working on, or maybe it's a new one that you had created over the summer or that you're working on now for a class, I need you on at least one of those modules to go in and make Kelly and Amy authors so they can see your work and they can give you some feedback on it for a few minutes at our faculty meeting on the 4th, because Wednesday the 4th will be our first early release Wednesday. And then new staff, you'll be most of you will be included in our all-day training on September the 5th, and not everybody who's going to the training is going to request a sub, and you'll put in for the absence for professional leave, but you're going to get an email tomorrow that tells who needs to ask for the sub, and we do that because we shift the subs around so that, you know, we might have 7 or 8 people out, but we only need 4 subs. So I've got to save money wherever I can. So keep that in mind. And as always, thank you for everything that you guys do. And these are posted so you can come back to them and see the reminders. And you'll get the bulleted list of staff notes as well tomorrow. This is my 3rd time doing this one. You know, the danger of making these videos at home is when the dog is barking at everything moving in the night, and he just hadn't been able to keep his mouth shut. So I'm honestly ready to go to bed and looking forward to seeing you guys in the morning. And I'm going to give you a cryptic message that will make more sense tomorrow. But just as a reminder, I know not everybody is thrilled and over the moon about particularly your room assignments for your classes. I know some of your classes are extremely crowded, and I would just remind you, we're all in this together. We'll do what we can to mitigate and alleviate all the stress that we can, and remind you that when life gives you lemons, to make lemonade. So here's to seeing some lemonade in the faculty workroom this year. Have a great week, and remember, your administration is always a phone call or email away. We're here to support you. Thanks. Have a great week, everybody.